We're made to believe that we're invincible, but it's not until you're faced with really difficult times and you realise that life is precious.
Adult male trauma.
He's got a partial degloving of both hands.
St George's, ETA 10 minutes.
He's got head on into a bus.
Almost totally amputated.
I'm not joking.
You're always so busy.
Well, they're open 24 hours, 7 days a week.
St George's, London.
Welcome to the madhouse.
One of Britain's busiest A&E departments.
Right, CT are ready.
We need 2 units of O&A now.
OK, this is really time critical. It's our job to look after you and worry about you.
That we're going to find out what's going on with you, OK?
Thank you.
A place where life...
Success.
Love...
She's all right. She's all right.
And loss unfold every single day.
Love you.
Filmed across one 24-hour period, these are the stories of a nation and its health service.
Very beautiful man.
I'll never fully understand how people manage to get through one of the worst things they've ever had to deal with in their life.
God, I can't believe this has happened. So brave, isn't it?
You see people from every single walk of life, and it makes you realise the common threads of humanity far outweigh any differences.
Everybody used to know who he was, where he was at all the time. He met loads of people. I would say to him, you know, you need to slow down a bit, you're not as young as you used to be. You're not going to end up seeing any of your kids, or you're not going to see your grandchildren grow up. But at the time, I don't think it really crossed his mind too much because he was having too much of a good time. I wouldn't say it was just to do with his partying lifestyle, he just always used to hurt himself. I'd always be waiting, thinking, one day I'm just going to get a call to say that something bad has happened to him.
George's. Three, Alpha. Yeah.
A 56-year-old male is being rushed to A&E after falling 15 feet onto concrete.
When you hear someone's fallen from a height, we'd be really worried about this patient being what we would term a polytrauma. These are people who potentially have more than one injury and more than one organ damaged, and that can be a real challenge for us in the emergency department.
Hi there, it's Simon in Resus. Could you please beep the surgeon and the orthopaedic registrar for the trauma call in Resus?
The man's daughter was at home in Essex at the time of the fall.
I had a text message come through from somebody that was working at the site saying that your dad's had an accident. That did make me feel a bit ill, the thought of him actually having something really badly wrong with him.
Stand well clear. Vehicle reversing. Stand well clear. Vehicle reversing.
The worst things was knowing that he was so far away, and that if something really bad did happen to him whilst he was in there, that we wouldn't be able to get to him quick.
Trauma call?
Yes.
Yes, come in.
Get him over first and then we can hand over. Thank you.
I'll just connect you to a monitor. I'm Lorenzo, one of the nurses that will look after you.
So this is Dave.
Yeah.
He's 56. Dave was working on a building site. He was doing an extension. It's 3 stories high. So he was climbing up to the 3rd story. The ladder slipped. And they fell 15 foot to the floor below, which was concrete. He's complaining of pain, sort of so-called coccygeal area, numbness in his legs, a bit of pins and needles.
Sure.
He's had 7.5 morphine.
Okay.
And that's where we are with him.
Great. Is there anyone following? Any relatives?
He's got a son, a daughter. He's NFL. He's just lost his flat.
Okay.
He didn't have nowhere that he could just go home to and just call his home. He was staying at different people's houses and it was quite hard to keep track of him.
So carry on with the primary survey.
Orthopaedic specialists have arrived to assess the damage on Dave's spine.
Hi there, it's Dimos, one of the doctors. Please say yes or no, just don't move your head. Any pain here? Where's your pain at the moment?
The pain sort of starts here at the back and it goes tingling and...
Tingling on your legs, is it?
Yeah, well, with toes.
If they report any numbness, any loss of movement in their limbs, you know it's never a good sign. Sometimes it may not be reversible.
So everyone now grab the metal scoop.
So we'll lift on 3. Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we're going for the CT now.
When I first heard what he'd done, it did really worry me. You sort of realise, no, this isn't just one of his silly things that he's done, this is something really serious.
Dave, we are in CT scan now. You need to stay still, all right?
56-year-old Dave is having an urgent CT scan after falling 15 feet onto his back.
All right, at my 3, we're gonna move him on the left, okay? 1, 2, 3. Well done, guys, okay?
Depending on the spinal injury they have and where the injury is, there is a chance that they may never be able to walk again.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
From a young age, I just knew that my dad wasn't like a normal dad, typical of like my other friends' dads. Growing up, he wasn't a strict parent. He was quite fun and playful. When we was younger, I always used to cut his hair because he used to have quite long hair. We used to do makeup on him and paint his nails and do funny things like that.
Breathe normally.
Our house was a bit of a madhouse, really. People always used to be knocking and coming in and out all day long. He just had a good energy about him that just sort of attracted people.
What happened? Where did you fall from?
It's 2 floors here.
Were you building?
Yeah.
He always wanted to be out partying.
Stay like that, okay?
A lot of people did used to say, "Is your dad out tonight?" He was always good mates with all of my friends, so he always got on with people, not just his age, younger people as well. They used to call him either Disco Dave, because he would be the first one on the dance floor and the last one on the dance floor, so he would be up there all night dancing. Or Dangerous Dave, because he does silly things and always hurts himself.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
he was out drunk one night, and I got a phone call from the hospital to say that your dad's been in an accident. What he'd done, being drunk, he jumped into a bush and landed on a tree stump that had gone through into his ribs, which needed stitching up.
Something on the pelvis.
Okay.
I used to say to him quite a lot, you know, why don't you calm down a bit? You're not as young as you used to be.
Keep still, Dave, okay? Am I free? 1, 2, 3.
But he always used to say that's the only thing he used to enjoy doing was going out and partying. That was what made him happy.
Cheers. All right, Dave. Is it painful there?
No, too much.
It's tingling in the... All right, try not to move, okay?
Everybody assumed that I was a cyclist.
I know, that lady over there.
It's like, where's the helmet? Was he wearing a helmet? It's like, I was running.
26-year-old Finn is in A&E with his girlfriend after being hit by a car whilst out jogging.
When I was younger, all the girls would have been elsewhere with the footballers and the rugby players. No one really paid any attention to some tall, lanky boy.
I was going well as well.
Relatives would always ask, have you got a girlfriend? And I would lie and make up some story.
I fell asleep looking at bins last night because, you know, our bins broken in the flat.
After uni, I moved to London and a girl in Putney told me about Tinder, but I didn't really believe that it would work.
When the girl called me and said, your boyfriend's been in a car accident, I was like, what? And obviously I thought it wasn't real. And I thought, I've got to go get my bin from Argos.
For the first time, I got a response from a girl. I just thought, this is brilliant, this is amazing.
I rang you and I was speaking to you, and you definitely had another priority.
I met Emily through Tinder based on my radius of being near her in Richmond.
Can you just get your hand off my grey shoulder?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
The first time I met Emily was at a tube station on the District line, and I do remember she looks stunning.
I washed my feet before I came because they were really smelly.
So you weren't in a rush?
I was.
I couldn't believe that it was actually me who was going on a date with this girl who stood on the platform.
Finn, have a seat for me. My name's Craig, I'm one of the nurse practitioners. So what's happened?
I was running along the path and there was a gap in the traffic, so I went to go across, and this guy must have joined the road and just didn't put on the brakes at all, just accelerated the whole way through me.
Okay. I'm going to get you to jump up on the bed for me for a second. You haven't fractured your skull. There's nothing to suggest that the bone has been pushed in.
Right.
You've got a small hematoma underneath the skin and you've got a cut there.
Emily and I went quite fast in our relationship.
So we'll give it a good scrub with local anaesthetic.
Yeah.
And then close it.
Okay.
We'll get an x-ray of your wrist first though,
Okay.
and I'll set everything up for your head.
We weren't really thinking about anything.
Happy to walk down to x-ray?
Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We were having a great time and we couldn't really see it going any other way.
Cheers.
Okay.
Hello, St George's. Is that a medical or trauma? What's the aim?
A 3-year-old boy is being rushed to St George's after being hit by a car.
OK? Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Pediatric trauma call, ETA 10 minutes. When there's a paediatric call, everyone's slightly more on edge. It's all hands on deck. I would be very worried about potential head injury. If that head injury is significant, they may not be able to breathe properly for themselves.
Do you mind trying to get a line in for me? Is that OK? Oh, you're all set up to perfect.
And in addition to that, they are going to be scared and in a lot of pain, and they're going to come with parents who are also very scared because their child's just been hit by a car.
The boy's mum is travelling with him in the ambulance.
We were just doing the school run and pushing Alf in the buggy, but I hadn't strapped him in. It just happened in kind of slow motion. I was about to cross, and before I knew it, literally within a second, the car had hit him. Once the ambulance came, I held on to these railings behind me for like 15 minutes, just screaming. I didn't want to see the reality.
Should we get him over onto the bed and then we'll take a handover? Is that OK?
Hello, Mum and Dad. Brilliant. If one of you just go up with him and stand next to him, the other one just stands back here.
Hello, he's Mum. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ruth. Hi.
Mummy's here, Mummy's here. Look at Mummy. Come over here.
So this is Alf. Alf is a 3-year-old child. He went 10 to 9 this morning, was in his buggy, unstrapped, walked across a road in front of a vehicle travelling approximately 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's quite a large dent to the right side of the was knocked to the floor, cried instantly, no LOC. He's got quite a large grazing to the right side of the abdomen and complained of pain to approximately C1 area.
Okay, look at Mummy. Give Mummy kisses. Just go give Mummy kisses, that's it. Give Mummy kisses.
Any questions?
Look at Mummy.
All I wanted to know was that he was okay. I couldn't have dealt with the outcome being what I thought it was going to be based on the fact that I didn't buckle him in.
All right.
It's okay, it's okay.
Do you mind trying to get a line in for me?
Just be calm and breathe.
He wasn't strapped in. No.
He was sitting in the buggy.
He was sitting in the buggy, and from what I understand, he saw another mum on the other side of the road. He got excited and just jumped out of the buggy and ran into the road.
He was running, not in the buggy. All right, I get it. Okay.
Are you happy to do a primary? Fine.
Just gonna have a quick
Right, mister, I'm just going to have a look at your chest, all right?
So my name's Simon, I'm the nurse in charge.
Hello, Simon. How you doing?
Good, yeah. This is actually quite a good sign because it means there's nothing wrong with his airway and he's able to process the fact that he's scared. So
It's not great to see, but it's good to know it's happening.
Have them in a soft. Mummy a break. All right, good boy, good boy. Should Mummy make bubbles? No. Should I wave them like that? No. No.
Not now, later. Should we do it later?
Later.
Yeah.
Should we do it later?
Good boy. It's okay.
What colour is it?
Well done.
How many bubbles? How many bubbles?
That's okay.
1, 2, 3. What's that?
Good counting.
Is there any obvious evidence of head injury at all? No. So someone's ordering a chest and pelvis x-ray.
Ready? Should we have some more bubbles while we're waiting?
Oh!
You like that?
Yeah. Do you like having your picture taken?
Lift you up.
That's it. Oh, super boy.
Me and Alf's dad met at a club, and I remember waking up with him. Lots of wild times, late nights, a lot of cringing in the morning, phone calls to say sorry.
Can you see the laser on your chest?
The idea of having children was not on my agenda. I remember joking about putting a pillow up my tummy, like, when I was in my mid-20s, imagining being pregnant, but I think that's about as close as I thought about the idea of having that family unit.
That's it. Good boy. Are you watching my turtle? Can you see from there? Can you see the fishing?
4 months into our relationship, I randomly bought a pregnancy test and went and sat on Weatherspoon's toilet and realised that I was pregnant.
We can get up in just a minute. We just need to do a couple more photos, okay?
I don't think you can ever feel ready to be a parent. I remember coming back with my daughter from the hospital and kind of both turning around and like just seeing this baby and a thing and going like, what have we done?
That's it. We'll finish. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whee!
It's a really scary place to be having a young child. But the thing about being a parent is you've got every day to improve.
Doctors must now wait for x-rays to reveal whether Alf has injuries to his chest and pelvis.
How strong is the pain? If you can describe it between 0 and 10. 0 is no pain, 10 is the worst pain ever.
At the moment, even if I've got morphine in my body, it feels like a 7 or an 8.
About 8, you say? Yeah. Okay. Just keep still with your head, all right?
Doctors are concerned that Dave may never walk again after falling 15 feet off a ladder.
Dave Hyde's Dimos, the orthopedic doctor. We are waiting for the radiologist to have a detailed look and tell us exactly, how bad it is.
When I was 7 years old, we all went out to Australia on the £10 POM ticket. My mum and dad, they was having issues from what I can remember, and I think they thought it was going to be a new start.
So you said you can feel me touching here,
Yeah,
but it feels...
It's tingly. It is a little bit tingly.
Yeah.
I remember going down to Southampton on the train, getting on the boat. We went round Africa. Took 5 weeks to get to Australia.
Bend your leg like this a little bit.
I can't hold it up though.
I had happy memories when I was out fishing with my brother all the time. We'd make a fire and catch yabbies for bait. But my life with my dad was really bad. I used to shake every time I walked past him. He knocked me unconscious when I was 10 for coming home late from school.
Is that because of the pain at the back?
Yeah.
When I was 15, I came back to England. I just knew it was going to be really bad with him, so just wanted to make that break.
The scan you had will show us your neck spine as well, so we can assess if there is anything wrong there.
The very first night I came back to England, my cousin, he said, "Oh, come, we're going to go to disco." I went, "What's that?" He said, it's a place where they play music. It was like Night Fever, John Travolta. Just something about what the music done to me. I just know as soon as I hear music, I have to dance. So that was it for me. I lived for it.
Can you please push me with your elbows, push out?
Backwards.
Yeah.
I used to take my going out clothes to work with me. I'd done hod carrying for years, and I'd change at work and go straight to a club.
And this side, hold against.
I was at a disco in Epping, and Charlie's mum just come straight over and grabbed hold of me. She goes, "Come and have a dance." So I just started dancing with her, and that was it. And we never looked back after that. I've always loved the thought of having a family.
You can put them under the blanket or wherever you want.
I don't know whether I was ready to become a dad, because I don't know if anyone is, are they? I absolutely love kids. I love kids. It's just, the thing was, I loved the party thing as well.
Does it look all right now? I mean, as in, like, fixable?
You know, we'll have to ask the spine surgeons what they want to do.
That is definitely cracked or broke.
So it's man versus
Yes.
cotton bud.
Yes.
Man lost.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Perfect.
Yay! Success!
We're back, Craig.
Perfect. I thought you got lost. Let's have a look at your x-ray.
Emily was my first real girlfriend, and the thing that was really easy with her was that we liked a lot of the same things and we laughed at the same things.
Your wrist is completely normal.
Okay. But we got to a stage where I was really, really struggling.
Right, so I want you to keep nice and still for me. You're going to feel a burning sensation now. Sorry.
I'd signed up to too many things in my life. I was doing more and more sport. I was trying to be faster. I was trying to be really good at my job, trying to be the best person in some ways, and I was becoming less and less romantic, and it was less about the relationship and more about me.
Just turn your head now. Excellent. Yeah.
The funny thing is that she was still my best friend, and she knew me best out of anyone.
So you've got 6 sutures in there, and it's pulled it all back together really nicely.
Good work, Craig.
Sometimes you need to make hard decisions in life about relationships.
This is your head injury advice. If you get confusion or strange behaviour or talking stupid.
He does that quite a lot anyway.
It was really, really, really difficult. I didn't want to hurt her.
Right, come with me.
I didn't know what was going to happen.
Thanks for making it easy.
No worries, take it easy.
Cheers.
Doctors now have the results of Dave's CT scan.
Dave, hi again. It's Dimos, the orthopedic doctor. So unfortunately, from what it looks at from the scan, Yeah, there is a crack.
I thought there was.
So there are two of them up there, and there's one lower back at the sacrum, let's say just above your coccyx.
Even though I was out clubbing, I was still trying to make it a normal family life. I remember I used to come back from the club, I'd probably been out like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the Sunday'd come, and all I wanted to do was basically go to sleep. But I'd play with the kids and we'd go out for the day.
Are you otherwise fit and well? Any medical problems?
A little bit of an addiction to cocaine.
We used to go into a local pub there. That's the first time I ever come into contact with cocaine. It was always there. And obviously, once you get onto that and you go out clubbing all the time, then you're in that life and that's it, that's all you know. It was proper party time as soon as that happened.
How often? Every day or every...
Well, once for 3 years I used to take about 10 grams a day.
That costs quite a lot.
Yeah, a real lot, yeah.
You cut down now?
A lot. I'd probably the odd 1, 2 or 3 a week.
Oh.
In my head, I thought I got the balance right. I mean, I did work a lot, but it was that and the family and then clubbing, and obviously something's got to take its toll, and in the end it did.
Is there anyone that you want any next of kin that you wanted to inform?
I've got 3 kids that I need to...
Have you got a wife? Have you got...
Well, ex-wife, but she didn't want to know.
It started going downhill quite a few years before we actually split up. Charlie's mum became really frustrated with my lifestyle.
May I check your temperature, just under the tongue?
Basically, I was still immature, thinking like a teenager, going out clubbing, and she's obviously trying to look after the kids.
56.4.
One day I came home and I went and sat down on the couch and next to her, and she got up and walked away and sat on the seat. And I knew something was wrong then. She just said to me, I don't love you anymore. So that was it.
Can I have some water?
Yes, I will give you something.
Once my dad moved out, I didn't really see him that much. But when I did see him, you could tell that he wasn't all that happy in himself.
Really, really need a drink.
I cannot give you a drink at the moment, but I will do the same like before with the goes, okay?
So pints out of question then.
I definitely lost everything.
Right, we need to look at those x-rays.
Doctors are examining x-rays of 3-year-old Alf's chest and pelvis.
Did you look at the pelvis? I think we're probably going to move into P's majors, if that's okay.
Children may respond to their injuries slightly differently to the way an adult would respond. So we would want to monitor them and watch them for longer to ensure that we don't miss any changes in their respiratory rate, their blood pressure, that would indicate a deterioration in their condition.
Shall we get you a big telly to watch? Should we set a cinema up? Let's do that. Yeah.
After we had my daughter, I proposed to my husband pretty soon. We were sitting in our garden and Ida was in her bassinet in front of us. And I suddenly was like, will you marry me?
Comfy chair. Cool. I'll just be popping in and out, so if you guys need anything, just give us a shout, okay?
Me and Tom got married in a pub in Barnes and we had a big party. Apparently it was a shameless wedding, someone said. I ended up in hospital.
Al, do you want a special treat?
Yeah, what treat?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
I basically slipped and smashed my foot open on a beer bottle. And I was with my brother and his boyfriend because we couldn't find Tom. So my brother's boyfriend pretended that he was the groom. And we got seen in and out within an hour and I came back bandaged. But my whole wedding dress was covered in blood, so I spent the night wearing a man's t-shirt and leggings.
Do you like chocolate, Alf? No, you don't like chocolate, do you?
You know you've got some on your nose.
Ida must have been just over 3 when we got pregnant with Alf. We had him in here. On his birth certificate it says our road.
No, you have to be more careful next time, don't you, Alf?
Everything was fine, and then he got stuck. My midwife suddenly freaked out, and I was screaming my head off.
Oh, God, I feel fucking awful, Tom.
Kate, it's not your fault that these things happen, all right?
It's so stressful.
I know. It's okay.
He had to be kind of pulled out, but he didn't make any noise. She called for an ambulance, and it literally felt like a lifetime. And I was like, "Fuck! I've lost him."
He could have died, like, and I just...
He didn't. He didn't. Right?
Eventually, I don't know what she did, but he started crying. When he was given to me, I did have that movie moment of love for him. But I raised him in a way that was different to my daughter. Every scream that he made, I'd literally, like, jolt. When I see him get ill, there's just a reaction to him in a way that was never with my daughter.
There's a dent on the car.
Was it? That's a bit, fairly odd.
The thing that I'm scared of is that feeling, that moment that I thought kind of everything had changed. That's the moment I'm scared of feeling again. With family, you can either look at it as a really scary thing or look at it as a really beautiful opportunity to actually just experience your life, and I have started doing that more so.
Hiya. Can I give your tummy a prod then? Can I have a look at it?
Lie down, Alf.
Well done, sweet pea. Okay, let's have a prod.
What's your name?
My name is Jess. What's your name?
Alf.
Alf. I knew that already.
I stopped the road.
You stopped the road?
Yeah.
You did stop the road.
Did he stop the whole road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd really like to be a mum at some point. Working in the emergency department kind of shows you the best of families and people looking after one another. Whilst it must be terrible in that moment, I'm guessing there are lots of other moments along the way that are equally as wonderful, and that can only make you want to have kids. I don't think that would ever put me off.
His tummy is entirely soft, which is reassuring.
It seems quite unfathomable that you can just walk away, just a little bruise from getting hit.
Yeah, but I think that's why we're being cautious and we're keeping you, and we're watching him and making sure we're doing regular observations.
Yeah. Such a relief.
So, David, I'm gonna give you a medication, okay? I will give you some water after that, okay?
More morphine.
Yeah, it's gonna be through the mouth. You have to drink it.
Builder Dave has broken his back in 3 places after falling 15 feet off a ladder onto concrete.
Can I have some water as well, yeah?
Yes, I'm gonna get you a little bit of water, right?
Doctors are waiting on further test results on his neck before he can be moved up to a ward.
My parents splitting up affected my dad quite badly because all of his family live in Australia, so the only family that he would have had around him was me, my brother and my sister, but we wasn't living together. So it did used to worry me, thinking, you know, he'd be out all night partying, what's he doing and is he okay?
I felt really guilty for what I'd done as in my life of going out and clubbing. But obviously, if you're with someone for 31 years, you feel like she should be with you, and she wasn't. It was like literally cutting me heart out of my chest.
Oh, it's bloody lovely.
All right.
When I went out, I hid all the pain and stuff that I was going through, and basically went into oblivion.
Is this anyone that you one day form?
Charlie. Charlie with an IE at the end.
Well, started cutting myself, drinking very heavily, and obviously taking a lot of cocaine. I think in a way I was probably trying to kill myself.
Oops, Char. Yeah, I fell 2 floors. I've got 3 broken vertebrae things in my back. I'm in a lot of fucking pain, I tell you. My back is killing me. I'm fucked, you know, as in living and staying in my camper van and work and money. What? I don't know, I ain't got a bloody clue yet. Yeah, and bring me a pint. Oh, I'm tired for a pint.
My dad, he'll always be important to me, and he knows how much he means to me and my brother and sister as well.
All right then, bye-bye. Cheers.
He knows that we'll always be there for him, no matter what, no matter if he hurts himself or does any silly things, we're still always going to be there for him forever.
Who's gonna clear the neck?
I'll do that. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Hi, David. It's me again. Hi. So we can take this thing off your neck. Thanks for being so patient. Do you have any pain in your neck?
No. Well, you know what? A little bit.
It's
I
kind
feel
of
I'm just a
stiff.
bit jolted, but.
Any tenderness when I touch here?
Yeah, a little. All right. A little bit.
It's always very interesting to hear the background of your patient. Quite often we focus on the numbers, what's the heart rate, which is the vertebra that has broken. But when the patients tell you their own story, you remember again that you actually treat a person. So you're not allowed to, you know, sit up or move just by yourself, just a tiny bit, all right?
Can't go disco dancing then.
No.
Dave will now be taken to a ward where surgeons will decide whether he needs emergency surgery on his broken back.
Emily and I had these great 3 years together. I know it didn't last, but, you know, no regrets.
When I cross the road, I look both ways. And that's it. The car trouble is finished.
He was just literally just laying there in a bed asleep, and every time he did wake up he was just saying how much pain he was in. So yeah, it was horrible to see him like that. Whilst he was still in hospital, we went through the council and they gave him a little place to stay.
Charlie helped me out unbelievably. She'd be bringing me food, she'd be taking me to the hospital. It would have been real hard to have got through it without her. The proudest thing ever is having my 3 kids and seeing my grandkids, because I didn't think I'd actually be here. When I turn up in Epping sometimes, like I walk into someone, they go, "Fuck me, Dave, you're still alive, I thought you was fucking dead."